No one believed the true prince as he wandered the streets of London seeking help. He was laughed at, spat upon, and shamed. As night spread its dark blanket over the city, the prince found himself bruised, bleeding, and his rags besmirched with mud. Bewildered, tired, and tormented, he could only think of one place to go, Pudding Lane. Maybe, just maybe, Tom Canty's people would rescue him from this nightmare.
Sir, I wonder, could you help me? Could you tell me the way to Pudding Lane?
You're spoofing with me, rascal Tom. Is it some sort of new game you're playing? Be off with you. I've no time for your foolishness.
Then you do know the Cantys. You see, sir...
Oh, on with you. I don't want to hear any more of your nonsense. Get away from me.
There you are, you wretched runt you. Stayed away all day. Run out on me, would you? I'll bet there's not a farthing on you. Come on. I'll fix your hide so you'll never run out on me again.
Oh, sir, then you must be Tom's father. I've been seeking you. Now you can take me back to the palace and back to my father.
Your father? I'm your father, and if you don't know it now, you will before I'm done with you this night.
Oh, sir, can't you see that I'm not jesting? I'm worn and I'm wounded. Take me back to the king, my father, and he will make you rich beyond your wildest dreams. Believe me, man, believe me. I speak no lie, only the truth. I am indeed His Majesty's only son, Edward, Prince of Wales.
He's gone mad. Stark bloomin' mad. I'll knock the madness out of you. Take that, you rotten... And that, you lousy...
Hold! Release that boy!
Who are you? And what business is this of yours? The lad is my own son, and I'll do with him as I like.
I am not your son. You are as wicked as Tom said, and when this is over, I'll see that you hang.
Shut your face before I shut it for you.
I tell you again, you unmanly cur, I am the Prince of Wales.
I said I would knock that madness out of you.
I told you to unhand the lad. You need a good lesson, you bully. Take that, you vicious dog, and that.
Thank you, sir. I shall see that your kindness is rewarded.
Yes. Well, yeah. Whether you're a prince or not, you're a brave lad, and for your sake as well as mine, I think we'd better take leave of this place. The man who calls himself your father...
He is not my father.
Yes, well, nevertheless, he seems to have a good many friends among the ruffians here. Let's move on.
What is your name, kind rescuer?
Hendon, my lad, Miles Hendon. And yours?
I am Edward Tudor, Prince of Wales, and the only true son of King Henry VIII.
And I am very weary. The fight and the running has tired me.
How dare you sit in the presence of your prince? Stand, I say. Stand immediately.
Now, wait a moment. Don't you think you've carried this prince business far enough?
Then you... My friend, you don't believe me either.
I like you, lad. I like you a lot. You've got spirit and pluck, you have. But if you want to pretend that you're a prince...
It is no pretense. I'm not angry at you. I can't be. You came to my help when I needed it most, and I shall reward you. Name a boon, any boon for yourself and your family, and I shall grant it.
Any boon, lad? I mean, your grace.
Speak. Name it.
All right, then. Let's see. I beseech your grace to grant me but this one boon and privilege. To my more than sufficient reward, and none other, to wit, that I, Miles Hendon, and my heirs forever may sit down in the presence of the King of England.
Give me your sword.
Here you are, your grace.
Rise, Sir Miles Hendon, Knight of the Realm. Rise and seat yourself. Your petition and boon is granted. While England remains and the crown continues, the privilege granted you and your heirs shall never lapse.
You have brought me deliverance, your grace. My feet were killing me, and I am weary. Come, we will rest, and in the morning we shall seek out the future and what fortune lies ahead.
While Prince Edward and his newfound friend slept, Tom Canty's dream of being a prince was turning into a dreary reality. His life was not his own. Everywhere he turned, he was followed, guarded, and kept from doing what he wished.
I bring you sad tidings, Your Highness. Your father has fallen gravely ill. I'm afraid he is dying. He has asked to see you.
I am saddened to hear this.
If he knew that you were well, that you had recovered your memory, he would be very, very happy. Even if you have not, Your Grace, could you not, for his sake, pretend that you have recovered and bring a smile to the lips of a dying king?
Take me to him.
Ah, my son, do not be frightened of me. Come closer. I want to see your face. There, that's better.
Yes, Father.
He calls me father again. He has regained his senses. At a time when England will need him most, he has recovered. I am truly thankful. I can go in peace, knowing that the crown of England is in safe hands. I can...
Your Majesty! Your Majesty! Quickly, doctor! Oh, I fear it is too late. He is gone.
The king is dead.
The king is dead.
Long
live the king!
Long live the king!
Long live
Long
the
live the
king!
king! Long live the king! Your Highness, the crown of the realm now passes to you. You must be brave and rule with kindness and mercy. I go at once. We must make immediate preparations for the coronation. A new king must be crowned.
I must have slept a week. Lad, what the... Where the devil is my young charge? His bed is empty. What the... Innkeeper! You, innkeeper! Where's the lad I came in with? Have you seen him?
I don't know what you're talking about. What lad do you speak of?
Don't jest with me, innkeeper. I've grown fond of that boy, even though he is weighted down with some deep troubles and sometimes talks madness. Where is he? I know you're lying. Come on, out with it, or I'll tear your lying tongue right out of your head. Speak, man, speak!
Some men came. They took him away. 2 men while you both slept.
Kidnapped? But why?
One of them, I overheard him. He said he was his father.
That snake again. And the other, what of the other man?
The other? Well, sir, promise you won't mention to anybody I told you.
Speak up. Time is wasting.
He is the head of the gang of thieves and beggars who roam this countryside. He is known as the Ruffler.
The Ruffler. I must find him. I must save that lad. He means nothing to me, but somehow I feel close to him, as though he were my very own. I must save him.
All right, simmer down. The Ruffler wants to speak.
Men, you all know that within a few days the biggest event in all of London town will take place. There'll be plenty of action then. The streets will be crowded with plenty of people celebrating the coronation. Well, you know what that means for our pockets, don't you? Now, here's my plan.
Hold a moment. What coronation? What do you speak of?
Who's interrupting me? Who is that?
Pay him no mind, Ruffler. It's just my mad boy. I'll set him straight.
I only asked what coronation. Why is there a coronation?
Stupid boy. There usually is a coronation when they crown a new king, you know. Henry's dead. Edward is king, or will be right after the coronation.
My father is dead? I don't believe you.
I'm your father, and you can believe what you like. Right, boys?
Right.
Long live the king.
If what you say is true, then I, Edward, Prince of Wales, am the new king. They will place the crown on a usurper's head. I must be returned before the coronation. I must.
Shut him on the upstairs room, Canty. We've got to go on with this meeting before any more interruptions.
Help me. Oh, dear God, won't someone help me? I am the king.
Give me your hand here, boys. Let's get him upstairs and lock him up.
What's that noise? Over at the window. Miles! It's Miles! Here, let me help you in.
Shh, quiet, lad. We mustn't be heard.
Oh, Miles, I'm so glad you come. My father, the king, is dead. Today they will place the crown on the wrong head. Believe me, Miles. Trust me. Take me to Westminster Abbey, please.
I must be going mad along with you, for I almost believe you. You seem so sincere rather than mad.
Believe me, then, and take me from this place so that you may learn the truth once and for all.
What's that talking? Who's there, I say?
Quick, before he comes in, out the window.
But now where are you taking me?
I don't know why, and I suppose I'll live to regret it, but we're going to Westminster Abbey. Come on.
All the pomp and circumstance of the great coronation was well underway. The procession had reached the abbey, and as the crowds surged forward and held their breath, the Archbishop of Canterbury stepped forward and raised the crown above young Tom Canty's head. The great moment had come.
In the name of the Holy Church and of this glorious kingdom, in the name of the great kings who have gone before, I hand you this scepter of power, as I now crown you.
Stop! Stop, I say! I forbid you to set the crown of England upon that forfeited head. I am the true king.
Seize that vagabond who speaks. How dare you stop this most sacred ceremony? Seize him, I say.
Loose him and forbear. He speaks the truth. He is the king.
Mind not his majesty. His illness has struck him again. Clap that boy in irons.
On your peril. Do not touch him. I swear he is the king. Oh, my lord king, let me, poor Tom Canty, be the first to swear allegiance to you. Put on your crown and enter into your own again.
I see now a great resemblance between the two. You are like twins. Oh, this is terrible. How can we know which is the true king? I say arrest the urchin. He lies. No, wait. I have a solution. You, lad, who say you are the true king, answer me this riddle. We have searched high and low for the great seal which the late king gave to his true son to keep. We have not been able to find it. Can you tell us where it is?
My lord, send someone to my room. There, behind my bed, close down to the floor, is a small trap door. Open it, and the first thing you will see will be the Great Seal. Fetch it, so that all can see.
Sire, the seal is not there. Cast that liar and beggar into the streets.
Wait! The seal, was it round with carvings?
Yes. Do you remember now where you put it?
Not I, but the king remembers. Think, your majesty. Think, just as you left me after we had exchanged garments. Think, as you passed the table to run out, you picked something up.
Yes, now I recall. The Great Seal was on the table. I put it not in a usual hiding place, but in a suit of armor just outside the hall from my room. Go, bring it. It is there. Now I remember.
Hushed silence fell over Westminster Abbey, as everyone waited for the guards to return with the answer. Was this lad, this little street urchin, really the king?
Your Grace, the boy spoke the truth. Here, sire, just as he claimed, is the Great Seal.
I can't believe it. Then it is true. He is King Edward.
Long live the true king! Long live King Edward the Sixth!
Long live King Edward!
Long live King Edward!
I'm weary. I'll just sit myself down here and...
Arrest that man! How dare you sit in the presence of a king?
Touch him not. It is his right. Let everyone know that this is my trusty and beloved servant, Miles Hendon. It was his valor that saved me and brought me back to my rightful place. The privilege that he has just exercised is his by royal grant. He and his heirs hold the right to sit in the presence of the king so long as the crown endures. Molest him not.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you, for I am rather weary.
Tom, one thing still puzzles me. This Great Seal, how was it that you could remember where I hid it, when I at first could not remember it myself?
My king, that was easy, since I had used it and then put it back where you had hid it.
Used it? But how?
Well, I didn't know it was that they were all seeking. See, no one bothered to describe it to me.
Oh, come now. How then did you use the Great Seal of England?
To crack nuts with.
So the rightful king took his place in history, and Miles Hendon was granted his boon. But what of the pauper? What of Tom Canty? The king, in his mercy and in gratitude for helping in restoring him to the throne, gave Tom Canty the honorable title of King's Ward. Tom was reunited with his mother and sisters, and his father was never heard of again. Tom Canty lived to be a very old man. For as long as he lived, he was honored and respected. Whenever he appeared in crowds, people would step aside and say, "Doff your hats. Here comes the King's Ward." To this very day, when we dream of living someone else's life, we recall the story of two boys who for a brief spell lived such a dream. We recall the story of the Prince and the Pauper.